Be a quick video on sacrificing, how to rank up your monsters, a couple important notes, as well as a little bit about evolving and skills. Now, unfortunately, I don't have all of the stuff necessary to show you each and every example, but I can explain it pretty easy. Now, basic sacrificing isn't hard. First of all, you're going to want to find something that's not maxed out, so I'm going to scroll a couple pages back and just pick some random monster there. And it's easier if you sort. I do low to attack, low to high. You can do it however you want, but it's easier to sort that way. In this case, I'm just going to select all. This will select everything, rank B or lower that does not have a skill. And if it's leveled up, if let's say this Red Knight Kobold was level 2, it wouldn't pick that. So anything that's leveled up at all won't be picked if you want to make sure you don't accidentally pick something. So anyways, right there, I selected everything. Or you could do these one by one if you want. You hit decide. Double, triple, quadruple check. Make sure there's something in there that you don't want to accidentally sacrifice. I've done this before. You want to smack your head on the wall when you sacrifice something important. So make sure that the game didn't pick something you don't want to get rid of. Once you're sure that you want to sacrifice, just simply hit OK. I'm just going to skip through the animation. You can watch that in your own time, and you can see how that ranks up. Now, a lot of people have questions on getting these monsters. I'll go over that in a second, but in the meantime, I'm just going to go over something else real quick. Ranking up skills is pretty easy. When you're trying to rank up a skill, and you can actually sort these here, so it's monsters with a skill. When you're ranking up skills, levels 1 through 4, you can sacrifice another monster with a level 1 skill. So like this is a Mystic down, a Beast down 1. If you want to sacrifice something else, simply select something that has a similar skill. So I'm pretty sure I have an agility lying up around here. Let me just double check. Okay, I have a spare agility. So if I were to take this Secret Quadriga and this Nighthawk here and sacrifice them, there's like almost a 75-80% chance that it'll go up. However, once you hit level 4, so it'll be like agility level 4, 5, and 6, it gets harder to actually raise the skill. So what you want to do is you want to sacrifice something to make the Secret Quadriga like a level 2 or 3 skill, and then sacrifice it into the Demon Beta Insect, just as an example here. That way you raise up your skill. Once you pass level 6 to 7, you always want to sacrifice something with a skill level of level 4. Otherwise, you're pretty much wasting your time. Although it's a chance that it'll raise, most likely you'll simply waste your time and lose those skills for nothing. And once you have a level 4 skill to be sacrificed into a higher one, I believe it's like a 90% chance to sacrifice. So there's still a chance it won't raise the level of the skill for the monster you're trying to raise it on, but it's a very high chance. If you go to level 5 or 6, it's really a minimal increase, and it's just wasting skills at that point. So level 4, to go up from after level 6 there. I hope that made sense. Now, for people who are saying, I don't have monsters and all that, I'll go over that real quick. Just want to go through one last thing. If you're trying to evolve a monster, so like the Secret Quadriga here, some people don't know how to make an A+. To do that, you would need 2 Secret Quadrigas that are level A in rarity. Not 1 A+ and 1 A. That won't work. Just one will be wasted. If you have 2 of the same monster, 2 A's or 2 A's, then it'll turn into either an A+ or an AA+, depending on what you're doing there. Now, to get back to what I was talking about before, and I've hinted at 3 times now, if you want to find monsters to sacrifice, it's very easy. You simply go to your missions, select your area list, hit the first area, the Eerie Breezy Plains. And I personally recommend you go to the 3rd mission, the Kill Enemies Burning Farm Fields, just because I've tested these and this seems to have one of the highest drop rates. So you're basically doing what you did in the other video where you were collecting loot to sacrifice. And I actually got something there. It just moved too fast for you to see it. That's 2 things already. 3 monsters within a matter of seconds. So you can quickly see how I spent only a few energy, and I've already got 3 monsters. Now, when you're sacrificing, and you're sacrificing the low end of monsters like these C's here, you can sacrifice a max of 10. That will raise you 2 and almost a quarter levels. So 2 full levels and a little bit of another. So keep that in mind when you're ranking it up. The last thing that you want to keep in mind when you're evolving monsters is the cost. So when I was going through, evolutions from A's to A+, generally it's roughly 30,000 to go, to merge 2 A's into an A+. if you rank them both up to level 60 and sacrifice one, then the cost goes down. However, the cost to actually get them that level is higher than what it'd be just to evolve them straight up, so I wouldn't do it. However, when you're going to AAs, it's a whole different story. If you take 2 level 1 AAs and try to sacrifice them, it's over 1 million gold. So if I were to try to get this Assassin Cast or Rock Cast or Dragon of Terror into AA+, if I left them, at level 1, it would be substantial costs. If you had one at level 100, which is the max level for an AA, and one at level 1, the cost is about 130,000. If they're both max skill, I think it's a few tens of thousands. I'm trying to remember the exact number. It's kind of hard offhand, but the number I found is cheapest is if you take one AA and max it out and leave one, low level, level 1 to 20, somewhere in there. It'll cost you about 120,000 or so, but due to the cost of actually having to sacrifice monsters and get them, all the way up to level 100, because it gets progressively more expensive as they get higher, that's actually the lowest number I've found so far. Now, there may be a lower number, but right now, if you get one max and one not max, that's pretty much the way to go. And that really sums it up when it comes to sacrificing. If anybody has questions, just let me know.